Alright, next thing we're going to go ahead and check is our brake switch. Here's our wiring diagram. If you notice over here, on brake pedal support, stop lamp switch, we should have a green wire and a red wire. We are going to go ahead and check this out here momentarily. As you can see here, here's our connector for our brake light switch. And our brake lamp switch is right up and in here. If you can tell, it's right up there. And it is unplugged. And I go ahead and got the connector here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make sure I got power going through it. And then I'm going to go ahead and show what it looks like while the brake pedal is depressed and while it isn't. Alright, I already got my test light hooked up to a good ground. I'm going to go ahead and test this power wire here. And I got power coming to it. So that's a good note there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my amp meter hooked up, and I'm going to show y'all what it looks like whenever it is being power sent through it and when it isn't, actuated and not. Alrighty, now what we're going to do is we're already down here at the back of the vehicle. We got our tail light here, and here in our diagram we go from brake switch through here down to our brake lights. And it shows here with the split how it activates our middle piece here and both sides of the brake light. And I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate for you how they all work. And bam, brake lights on. And with brake lights on, I'm going to go ahead, making sure I am removing the proper bowl. We'll go ahead. I gotta be connected to the shit. That always helps. Remember, you must be connected to a ground to test continuity. Ground. And then, look at that, we got power right here. Bam. And then next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn off the lights, I'm gonna pull out that bulb, and I'm gonna start testing. Alrighty, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove said bulb. I'm going to go ahead and inspect it. It looks clean, looks fairly new. I'm going to go ahead and give it an ohm reading and see where it ohms out at. And then after that, what we're going to do is we are going to check, make sure we have source voltage back here at the battery. What we have at the battery back here with our meter. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that, and I'll be right back with you. Alrighty, I got my lovely assistant here. Go ahead and hold my ground for my voltmeter here, and as you already noticed, it says I'm set to AC. Let's go ahead and switch it over to DC because that's what we need here. If you remember correctly, we had 9.5 volts going on in from the front at our source voltage. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to touch our little wire here. So what we got? So we got our source voltage right here. We had a steady voltage without any reading of about 0.2, so that puts us right at our source voltage, so we're not losing anything. We don't have any resistance there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and check the resistance through our bulb here. Which is right at about 2.526, which with the reference of our meter being roughly half a volt, puts us at about 2 ohms. Of resistance to this bulb, which is right at the specifications it's supposed to be at. So everything is working absolutely properly. If you install the bulb properly. Alright, we're going to go ahead and shove this bad boy back in. Twist it in good. And then remember, throughout all of this, we do not see current. We can only measure it. If we have the basic components of a circuit, we'll see the results. In these cases, the headlamps and brake lights turning on by the closing of the circuit. Also understanding voltage and resistance measurements using a multimeter and a test light. You can perform simple tests and diagnose correctly. I am John Pliskowski, and this was me at JTech. See you next time.